welcome to the latest edition of The Boot Room. We've had an international break, we're back in action, Ipswich Town versus Hull. Your thoughts, Andy? Are you looking forward to the return of action?
Yes, 8 games to go for Ipswich Town. We know where it's heading. At some point, relegation to League One will almost certainly be confirmed. It won't be this weekend, and these home games are ones where Ipswich need to make a little bit of a mark and remind people that this is a club that's trying to build for the future now and show a bit of something. Second half against Forest was great. I really want to see that carry on in this game against Hull.
Yeah, season tickets out soon. It's really important that they get everybody on board and sell a few of those. So 4 home games left. This is the first of them. Just got to keep whetting people's appetites, really.
Right, Stuart, let's get to the team sheet. What are you going for?
I am going for a very similar team to the one that finished against Nottingham Forest prior to the break, ignoring the fact that we had Toto time at the end. But the team that played the majority of the second half against Forest, they were battering the door down. Really good performance. I see no reason to deviate from that. So that would be Bart in goal, Bree at right back, Chambers, Pennington, Kenlock, central midfield 3 of Nolan, Shalabar, who was excellent, and
Teddy Bishop.
There's your middle 3, and then up front, Edwards on the right, Jackson through the middle, and Judge on the left. Inverted commas.
Doesn't spend much time on the left.
He doesn't, no. I think Caden Jackson deserves his chance. I think he's outshone Quainer in the last few games now, and I think he really deserves his chance. He's going to be here next season. Quainer isn't, so I would go with them. I think the one position that you might talk about is right back, and I was in 2 minds whether to bring Josh in, but I'll let you discuss that one.
I'm in one mind. I would bring Emmanuel in. He played well at Bristol City. I'd like to see him in a home game. In a game where you think a lot of the whole play might come down the right-hand side with Jared Bowen, who we're going to get onto in a minute. That should free up the Ipswich right to get forward, which is exactly what Josh Emmanuel wants to do. It's what James Bree wants to do as well, and he was excellent, putting some brilliant balls against Forest. But like you said in the Quainer Jackson debate, Bree's not here next year. Emmanuel is. Let's see Josh in a home game and see what he can do. So Stu, where's this game won and lost?
Well, if I'm talking about where it's going to be won from an Ipswich Town perspective, I think this Ipswich Town attack, which is beginning to look a little bit more settled now with Judge, Edwards, possibly Jackson through the middle. There's a bit of pace, there's a bit of intensity about them, and I think that's well suited to getting at a unsettled Hull back 4. If chopped and changed, Nigel Adkins, particularly in the full-back areas. I think Liam Ridgewell, if he plays, is probably lacking pace a little bit at this stage of his career, although Device may come back in for this one. But even so, I think it's a whole defence that's conceding goals, that looks vulnerable to a high press, to an intense attacking play, and I think this Ipswich Town team is showing that at the moment. So in general, that front 3 against Hull's back 4, I think there can be some joy to be had there for Ipswich.
This is a different Hull team to the one that was ripping it up over Christmas and New Year, isn't it? They won 5 in a row, unbeaten in multiple games, to really look like they were going to go from the bottom end, battling relegation, to the top of the playoff tree there, but that playoffs has slid away from them. That's not going to happen for them now. But one constant has been Jared Bowen, who you would think has probably only got 8 games left as a Hull player. He'll be going elsewhere in the summer, up to the Premier League. He scored 21 goals this season and cutting in on his left foot from the right. So we seem to highlight this area of the pitch a lot in terms of Miles Kenlock coping with his right winger. But it's going to be another tough afternoon for him, and that's exactly what he needs. He's risen to those challenges so far. This might be the biggest challenge of the lot. Hopefully he can do it again.
Yeah.
Prediction time, Stu. Take the ball. Let us know your thoughts.
The last 6 of the last 7 have been 1 apiece.
Oh no.
I'm not going there.
Oh, he's not going
But I
there.
am saying a score draw, and I think this could be 2-2. I'm looking forward to this one because I think it's 2 teams that have got nothing left to play for. Ipswich, we know, are down. Hull have their playoff ambitions have slipped away, and sometimes that can free teams up and they can play. We've seen that with Ipswich, that the shackles have kind of come off them of late, and it might just make for a really open, entertaining spectacle. Hull are scoring goals, conceding goals. Ipswich are looking like a bigger goal threat, but I still worry that they're not going to keep those clean sheets. So I'll go for a Desmond, a 2-2.
Desmond 2-2. I've got the same scribbled down on my little piece of
Excellent.
paper. So there we are. It's going to be 2-2 and it's going to be entertaining, it's going to be fun. That's not going to help Ipswich dig themselves out of relegation trouble, but it'll be fun.